My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Now, we had to do all these demonstrations live. Well, I want to do all these demonstrations live anyway, due to the fact that, like I said, the demonstrations live are better than pre-recorded, because that way we can show and back up the technology's capabilities with a live demonstration, which has more proof than pre-recorded. Okay, so we're going to be doing the demonstration on a low lumen test. We're going to be using our Sony over here. My portable projector. Sorry, it's messy. It's a work projector. But this is my Sony VPL CS4. This is an SVGA projector, 720p, 600 by 800 res, and we use these for low lumen tests. Let me turn my my soundboard down a little bit here. So I'm over in the next room over here. I painted, this is now the screen paint we have up here is our new black Phantom. We're calling it a final because we're not making any more screen paint. This is it. This screen paint has blown me away on so many levels. It has amazing white levels. It has a super ultra contrast level. This thing is actually 4 times darker than the Phoenix. Keep in mind, I love the Phoenix. Phoenix is amazing technology. It's not going anywhere. I have Phoenixes throughout the entire house, and they're going to stay. But as I said before, we wanted a flagship. We wanted an Elitist product, and it was supposed to be 4 after this one, but this thing does it all. There's no point in making the other ones when this one has the best contrast. The white levels are absolutely insane, and the color is actually beautiful, and people love those black screens. They love that OLED design, that OLED look to it. So yeah, we're staying with this, and we're not going to make any more. So this is the final. We don't have to make anything else because this screen does literally all of it. So it has amazing coverage. It doesn't take a lot to cover a screen. The drying time is extremely fast. It has no streaks whatsoever. Look at that. Oh, it's 1 streak. That's my 126 inch. I was able to paint, and I had some people saying, well, 48 ounces is not enough. I painted a 106 inch screen, and my screen in the next room is 126, and we have enough left over in the container to finish the, where did they go that quick? Oh, they're over there to finish a to do a paint on surface demonstration. So it's a lot. So right now, let's set up the projector. Let's get ready. We're going to be doing the low lumen test. Now, keep in mind the requirements we have on the website for inside use for low lumens. It's going to be 2,000 lumens, but we do this test right here just to show you where the screen, how the screen can carry. All right, so let me get my serger and stuff set up. And then later on, for fun, before we go outside, we're going to be doing some 3D mapping on it. I might do some 3D mapping outside too. I haven't done any 3D mapping outside. Well, I had done a few with 3D mapping, but I haven't done anything on this right here. So we may do some screen paint 3D mapping, probably not that day on the 19th, probably like on the 20th. We'll do some 3D mapping outside for, people who have that equipment who want to see how the screen is going to react. All right. Let's get this over here. And let's get this set up back here. This is probably unplugged. I got a cord that runs back here. I keep it unplugged because I don't trust my cat. I got a weird feeling he's going to come back there and bite that cable one day and get electrocuted. I don't want that. Now, the paint is very light, very easy to apply on. You can actually run it through a paint sprayer if you want. I'm going to be doing a demonstration on a paint sprayer as we make some more because I'm about out. And we're going to do some spray-on applications also too with it. Okay. I need to get a fire stick. I need a fire stick in here. Feels good to have a final. To have a final screen to be done. That feels good. Some people are like, oh, what guy was like, what else are you going to do? I got plenty to do. We got plenty to do. We haven't even done full extent demonstrations on a lot of these screens in here. I haven't done enough demonstrations on this screen. We don't do enough on the ceiling. We have the Gamer Cinema. I want to do more demonstrations on, but I can never do demonstrations on them if I'm constantly making screen paint. So now I get a chance to have some fun. I mean, the 3D mapping, oh my goodness, there's so many things I want to paint with this stuff in 3D mapping. It's unbelievable. I'm going to just go on Amazon, just buy stuff and just paint it with it. We have, I want to do that whole setup where we're just going to go on Amazon or eBay and buy cheap old screens. Just buy random surfaces and turn them into like OLED screens. So we got so much stuff we can do. Now, I just need to figure out where I put my adapter for that. I think it's on the back of the other projector in the other room. We need that to work. Yeah, back here. Right. Oh, man. Back. There we go. My adapter out so I can be. I have to order the other adapter, which I keep forgetting to do. I need that for so I run my PS4 through my whatchamacallit here. So today is a wonderful day to be up. I always thank my Lord and Savior for blessing me to be up. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I don't have to wake up. But God is amazing. Always blesses me to get up in the morning, do what I love. I may have to do my 3800 Lumen SVGA projector demonstration again because I got hit with a bunch of copyrights on that one. I showed a bunch of movies which I shouldn't have did, and I got hit with it. So I may have to do that one again. But we have plenty of time for that. All right. So that's already set up. We're going to go in here and set up the projector. Now, as I said before, we don't need, and it's nice if you come in, it's okay. But at the end of the day, we don't need people in here. If you got things to do and you're a really busy person, like I said, YouTube's different for me. YouTube, basically, when it comes to when we have like these streams, it's not for a lot of people to come in. It's basically just to back up the technology so we can basically show that off. But if you have other things to do, I always say, go out and do the other things. You can always come back later on and watch the video. It's not going anywhere. All right. Let's begin on 1,000 lumens, 720p. I need measuring tape. That's the one thing I lose more than anything in the house is measuring tape. I know I grabbed everything and stacked it right over here. So that way I wouldn't lose anything. Oh, left it up there. Okay, top. Cool. All right. So we need to get where the screen's going to be at from here. I should really be on this side right here, but I got an ultra short though right here, which shouldn't really affect it that much. Just trying to keep Mr. Nosy, but she's upstairs now, so I'm good. He got up this morning, he ran himself out, he's upstairs, he just ate, so he shouldn't be getting himself in any trouble today. Hopefully, no trouble. He's curious. It's a cat. Cats are going to be curious. What are they going to do? I got to move my 3D projector equipment out of the way. It's in the way. Okay. Let's get this over here. All right. And let's set it right there. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to get this back a little farther. So it meets up with the projector right there. So from our measuring tapes here, we got a VX. We need to fit the screen. This is a little lumen test. Where's this button at? Okay, here we go. I'm going to use this on the wall. Make sure we keep the remote control on hand. Now, anytime we do a low lumen test, it has to be done in a fully lit environment. Probably going to do this because you can't do it on a standalone. It does have to be done against another sample sheet. So we're going to do this against 3 certified screens. There's no point using the screen paint mix in here. There just isn't any point. You know what the screen can do automatically from the door. So we're going to go with a screen that's going to have some weight to it. And that's going to be a certified screen. And that's what we're going to go with. There we go. And that is the black screen at 1,000 lumens. Keep in mind, this is a very old projector. This projector was discontinued in 1999. This projector only does a 4.3. That's it. So there's how high the white levels are coming up. And to fit the screen, we are going to be at 13 feet from the screen. This is my portable projector. Now, we're saying at the end of the day, yeah, you could use it with a portable projector. Easy at 1,000 lumens, no problem. But, as I said before, we have specifications down at 2,000 lumens. But it just shows you, yeah, you can pick up. But that's what our specifications are. All right, let's bring up you guys a little closer. And also, too, let me show you. I don't know why everything attracts to my stand at the bottom. Like, literally, everything connects to it. It could be anything. It just sticks to it. All right, so let's show you where it's sitting at. As you can see, right there where the screen begins. Comes all the way back here. And we are coming in where the projector is sitting. Right there at around, if I can get my shadow out of the way. A little better there. Mr. Bird. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Let me bring this back a little bit. There we go. Another shadow, the measuring tape hitting there. 13 feet. Now, I've seen some people, when they do this demonstration, they will have the measuring tape pulled all the way back to where the projector starts from here. You're not supposed to do that. Your lumen count starts from the front. So the measuring tape should be right here, right there. I had to pull back a little bit because of the trying to see how far it was back. But that's where it's supposed to start, from here, not from back here. So let's put this back up over here. And that is coming up quite nice. I told you that white level heightens on this technology, because you'll have some people saying, well, you know, he's using 43s, he's using 5,000 lumens. Of course, his screen's going to be to pull up those images like that. No, we're at 1,000 lumens, 720p, not calibrated. All right. Now, because of these tests, trying to me to shave my head. I just felt the fur in the back of my head. So, because of these tests, we have to have a certified screen up there, because we can't have this on a standalone, because it would be cheating. All right, so we're going to start off with the Dark Star 9 right there. This has a 0.9 gain. Sorry about the caveman look, people. I'll shave, I guess I'll shave today. Yeah, I'm going to shave today. Because I got time. Hopefully. We're going to also do the parallax. I butcher this every time I do. Apologize. Daylight screen right there. As you can see right there. 0.8 gain. Now, I'm pretty sure in demonstrations, these are the projectors I'm using right now. They will never use this in a demonstration. Usually, like I said, if they're going to be doing demonstrations under their products, they're going to make sure they have the most highest performance, high lumen projector that they can get their hands on. We don't do things like that over here. All right, we're going to do the Cinema Gray 5D, because I want a color shade of each screen. Right there. That has a 1.5. We can't use the Cinema Gray, which is the basic one, the Cinema Gray, because Cinema Gray requires a projector count, lumen count of 2,000 lumens, so we can't do it on that one. That's the requirement. Got to go by their requirements. Put that right there. And then for our white screen sample, we are going to use our Acoustic Pro 1080p3 that has a 0.9 gain attached to it. I like this one because the gain is so high on it. I'm going to put that right there. All right. All right. So let's do our color pattern test. As I said before, this is something that should be done. And demonstrations, if you're watching someone making screen paint, or if they're selling screen paint, they should be showing you this color pattern test to see how their screens level up against the certified name brand screens. So let's go here to the bottom. Get this one correctly. There we go. And we'll pop on YouTube. And we're on our Black Phoenix. This is the darkest, blackest screen paint we have in our collection of paints. Just to show you how amazing it is. I'm going to grab this right now, because usually it's hard for me to get this one. No, I can do it later. I can do it later. white screen saver. We don't have any sound. This projector doesn't have sound. All right. So we're going to start with the white screen saver. We have 4 certified screens. We have the Acoustic Pro 1080p3 with a 0.9 gain. We have a Dark Star 9 with a 0.9 gain. We have Parallax, I'm sorry, I butchered your name, I do apologize, with a 0.8 gain. And we have a Cinema Grade 5D with a 1. I want to be sure on this one. I always get this one mixed up. So I just want to make sure we're correct on this. 1.5 gain. All right, 1.5 gain. All right. And let's begin. White levels first. All right, there from the door, I can automatically tell what we're going to be dealing with. All right, let's go from there. Let's go to a red screen saver. There we go. There's our red levels right there on 1,000 lumens. We do this because, like I said, you know, the technology we develop is extremely good, and people question it. And you know, so we have a lot of naysayers. People, I don't like a company all well too much, and I don't know what it is, but we are not going to get into that right now. But as I said before, that they'll say, hey, you're using that 5,000 lumen projector, you're using a 3,000, you know, 5,000, 4,000 big venue projectors, and they say, well, you know, that's the reason why your screen's producing such a massive high level of colors. No, it's faith in God and hard work. But at 1,000 lumens, I can show you this. All right, let's come out of this real quick. Let's go over to a blue screen saver. I should bring all the other weird things. Okay, there we go. There's our colors of blue on the screen right there. Now, the reason why I do this with the lights on is this is an advanced ambient light rejection technology. That's what the ADV stands for, Advanced Ambient Light Rejection Technology. And as I said before, you know, if you could do a demonstration with the lights on, you can do one with the lights off. It's very easy to do. Green screen saver. All right, there is the color solid green. See how that comes up. All right. Orange screen saver. And there's the color orange right there. We get a commercial in there back and forth. I don't even know how I'm gonna skip over that because I can't even see that little piece at the bottom. That's what you can skip because of the 4.3. Right there we go, right there. Slow color change out. Also makes it a lot easier because the screen will change randomly by itself. And I don't have to worry about trying to figure out where the colors are at, or basically have to deal with the fact that I can't see any skip option if a commercial pops up due to the fact it's a 4.3 and the screen is a 16:9. So that shows you right there that our screen is maintaining its colors with no problem whatsoever. And that's without the need of calibrating or any of that other nonsense or being stuck in a dark environment. I'll show you, we'll step back a minute and go behind the projector. As I said before, when you're doing these demonstrations, you should not be sitting right up on top of the screen. If you're a finger distance from a screen and you have to show off the difference between one color over another when it comes to your screen paint products, that is a huge red flag. It does not work, because if you have to be that close to see it from there, number one, you're not going to be sitting that close to the screen to begin with. And number two, at the distance you're going to be sitting at, you're not going to be able to tell one from the other. You should be to sit behind the projector. As for right now, behind the projector, actually we're past 13 feet, and be able to see a difference between these two screens that are being on display, or maybe 5 screens on display. Now we do the demonstration with the white levels first, because some people feel that when we do the demonstration, when we did the white levels, people always thought, the first time we did it, people came into the room and they're like, wow, white levels, that the other screen's going to perform better. And I said, no, that is a bad sign. When a screen produces too high of a white level, that means it's going to have a very difficult time dealing with contrast and color. That's going to be a problem. I know people are saying, wow, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, Ken. I had to be up this early in the morning. I have a lot of tests to go through, a lot. It'll probably be around 12 o'clock when I'm done. So there's a lot of testing involved. All right, that's done. Let's go over to some contrast. I like to do the star field screensaver. Star field screensaver. Hopefully she hears me, because sometimes she doesn't. She doesn't want to do it. All right, so there's our star field being displayed. Now keep in mind, this product is going to cost our customers $329 for a 40 ounce container. We don't have any other way to call it, because I was trying to get them in 1 quarts, but they sent me 48 instead. I like the 48 so much, I kept them. So it's an extra 16 ounces added in on top of your 32. So you get a little bit more. With that, that's how I was able to paint all these my 2 screens in here with no problem out of that 48. But as I said before, that we're going to have it at 328, and as you can see, at 329, and as you can see by the technology, even at 1,000 lumens portable projector, you're going to be able to easily outperform a screen that's easily going to cost you anywhere from $1,600 to $5,000. And I tell people at the end of the day, you tell me where you're going to be able to get a screen for that price that can do these 2 large screens behind me for that price, and be able to, for these prices that these screens are producing right now. And like I said, at anywhere from $16,000 to around $5,000, that is virtually impossible. These screens run around that price for a 100-inch. All right, Panasonic 4K demonstration. I'm going to do the OLED horse. I'll bring my right up here to the side of my projector. This is the first time we did this test. It's the first time this test is being done. I'm actually very, very surprised. Like I said, screens usually, as dark as this screen is, the fact that it's able to pick up at 1,000 lumens, 13 feet back, fully lit environment, and still maintain its color and contrast level against several certified screens. Quite impressive. That's why I said it's a final. It's definitely a final. Let's go to some white levels. Let's go to snow falling screensavers. We're going to go to this one right here. And we're checking out the screen's white levels. We can bring you a little closer right here. We're going to show you the screen's white levels on only 1,000 lumens. Now keep in mind, because it's 1,000 lumens at 13 feet, the projector is no longer picking up at 1,000 lumens. Oh, let me get the meter too. I forgot about that. We got a meter tester. Let me go grab that. I want to see how much light we have. Let me see if I can remember where I put it. I think it's upstairs in the tech room. All right. I keep forgetting that I purchased this thing. So yes, we need a lux meter for the demonstration. So this is the meter I purchased. It's a certified meter. Right here, it's made by, oops, I just bumped the crap out of my measuring tape. Worse than him. It's made by a company called Dr. Meter. I got one of these. These basically will keep a reading of how much light we have in the environment, which we're using at 1,000 lumens on our darkest, blackest screen ever. So let's see how much light we're pulling in here. I do want to run this test again because, as I said, in the evening, at nighttime, our lux levels are low. More like in the afternoon or evening hours, it's like this house pulls in a lot of light. So I'm probably going to do this test again. Well, not probably, I will, because I want to know for myself. I'm always curious to know myself. All right, so let's get this somewhere. Set this up. And as I said before, I'll put a link below where I purchased it. It's a very easy meter to use. No pros needed. Don't have to be a professional to know how to use it. Right there. There's my case right there. So got good reviews on Amazon and on YouTube. All right, so bring my meter up here. Bring it up. Sure, here and right here. That's right near where the lights are at. Hardest thing about getting a proper meter reading is the fact that people have to understand that when you're in an environment, even when you're moving around, you're actually interfering with light constantly all the time. And that's why when you go up to the meter, it jumps back and forth. This is what we have here in the lighthouse right now. With just the overhead light and in the path for the, not in the path for the projector. As you can see, the projector is going over top of it. We are coming in at, on hold, at 252 lux in here. That's what we're picking up right now. And that's with the overhead light. So at 252 lux and using a 1000 lumen projector, my projector is sitting back 13 feet from the screen, as you can see, fully lit environment, and we are picking up a white level that high next to 4 certified screens and including a white screen with a 0.9 gain. All right, let's grab another one. I'm so happy. I am so happy. This screen is absolutely beautiful on so many levels. I'm over there playing it back now, and there's 126 in the next room. Oh man, it's so happy that just have a screen that's final, and God is absolutely amazing on so many levels. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We got our final. Look at that. Look at that. Look how amazing that is looking. That's how incredible the white levels are. And like I said, at 252 lux, that's how much we're bringing up in the room right now. Like I said, we're going to run this back again for fun. Probably around 12 o'clock or somewhere around the peak hours. We get a lot of light in here, and it shows the demonstration off again. All right. Let's come back here. So like I said, I like to keep at the distance where the projector's at. Let's do, we just did that white level demonstration. Let's come over here and let's do LG snowboarding demonstration. Just in case if you're not seeing that correctly. There we go. I'm excited about doing the 3D mapping, which I can't wait to do. And I can't wait to do the 3D mapping and I can't think of it. And the paint on surfaces. I like doing those. Now the cardboard we're going to be doing on Facebook. We're doing that on Facebook. I haven't done enough cardboard demonstrations on that. I'm going to be doing that one over on Facebook. And I got another test going on downstairs. Now I'm trying to see how this is going to work. We don't suggest using it on a poly tarp, but I do have some of it painted downstairs just to see how it's going to react out of curiosity. So now we're at 1000 lumens, 13 feet at 252 lux in the room. And keep in mind, as I explained to people, when a projector takes off, it's no longer at 1,000 lumens. Depends on how much light you have in the environment. Depending on how much light you have in the environment, depends on how many lumens you have before it makes it to the screen, and also to the distance throw actually counts in there too. As I said before, when you're doing a meter test, and which is very important, but some people do miss in their demonstrations, when you're doing a meter test, not only do you have to measure how much light's in the environment, but the screen still has to maintain a perfect image. Skyworth food demonstration. And there we go, Skyworth food demonstration. I think it's Monday, right? I missed trash day like 4 days in a row, man. I can't do it this time. So I got my days marked this time. The day's Monday, yeah, so I'll make sure I get that trash out. Now, we don't do contrast demonstration. We do some, but majority we're going to be doing a lot of white level demonstrations to show you how bright the screen is. Where is my remote control for my whatchamacallit? This is not for this. Let me see. A bad habit sitting it down in the right weirdest places. Alright, let me see. Looking for my remote control for my other one, my TV, my screen behind me. It's saying TV. Might as well be a TV. After that demonstration, that thing pulled up on a TV perfectly. That was a good demonstration. Very good demonstration. Let me see what else we have real quick that we can do on this. We may bring it from 2,000 to 1,500 because it's doing extremely good. We can always go in and change the specification sheet because the product hasn't launched yet. It launches tomorrow. That is really good. This is going to be fantastic for those of you who have those LG Sunbeam projectors. Those things are sometimes 900, 1,200 lumens. That's going to be perfect for that. Now, we are going to bring out here a knockoff projector. We're going to do that demonstration, you know, because we warn people, please do not use the screen paint with a knockoff. Some people think because the screen is pulling up an amazing image at 1,000 lumens. This is 1,000 lumens name brand projector. There's a difference between this one and the knockoff. A huge difference. So, like I said, it's not going to support the Valve projector. It's not going to support the WeMax projector. I can't pronounce the other one. There's a weird name attached to it. But it's not going to produce support those. We do have a screen paint dedicated for those projectors. But, you know, at the end of the day, people want that. They want that super black screen. They want that OLED look. That's what they want. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he says, yeah, that's what people want. They want that OLED look. They want that black look on their wall. That's what they want. And at the end of the day, and I explained to you that dark technology is the best way to go, and people want to argue with me on that. Keep in mind, your very cell phone, what color is your screen on your cell phone? Is it gray or black? What color are any of the computer monitors or TVs you may have in your house? Are they gray or black? They're black. So the very cell phone you're watching right now has a black screen on it. Doesn't have a gray screen, it's black. So why shouldn't your projection screen be? That's the most backward thing I've ever seen. You're actually watching a gray screen off a phone that you're using or a computer monitor that's black. So again, to recap, 1000 lumen projector right there. There's 126 of an inch in the next room being displayed over there. We're 13 feet back. The lux meter is bringing up 252 lux in the room. There's the meter right there. All right, let's go back and get ourselves some more white levels because that's all we're interested in right now. We just did the color patterns a few minutes ago. Let's see. Let's go with white screensavers. Let's start off with this one. So that way we can have this on record that we don't have to use a 4,000, 5,000 lumen projector or even 38 in order to be able to produce a nice white image off the technology. We can have a 1,000 lumen projector. We can fill it with a lot of light, and we can do it at a distance though at 13 feet. Now, if you look at the last video we did, I did a video of a recap of all the tests we're going to go through today. We are doing a paint on surface test. We're doing a 3D mapping test. That's where the boxes over there are painted. That's painted with Phantom technology. We have the black on black test where we do the black screens laid against the screen, show a white level. That's going to be done on 1,000 lumens because we have to do that one too. And also too, we have the outside test. All these tests have to be done today. It launches tomorrow. So we should have everything knocked out. And we already have a coverage test on how much the paint can dish out. Like I said, 106 inch elite screen painted and 126 inch in the next room. And we still have enough left over in the container to finish what we're going to be doing over here. The sample surfaces I picked out some dirty wood. I mean, the wood is dirty. It's dirty. Some dirty wood, got staples and everything all in it. It's trashy. I picked out some plastic. We got some dirty styrofoam that's smeared, whatever's not primed and everything. It's a hot mess. So yeah, just to show you that you can paint everything you want. Right now I got some poly downstairs, some poly tarp downstairs because poly tarp really doesn't do well with our products, but I'm going to see how this one's going to work with it. And there's something else I painted downstairs, but we'll do that for later on. All right, that's good. Let's go over here and let's bring this one up. Now, like I said, you're using an ultra short throw, a projector of, no, we can't do that. Anytime I hit the skip and the screen dims, that means it won't allow me to skip it. If you use an ultra short throw, like I get a lot of questions from people who have sunbeam projectors, the LG sunbeam projectors. Usually those projectors come in at around 900, 1200, something like that, you know, real low lumens. You can use it on this with no problem. Like I said, because your distance throw is much shorter than 13 feet. So you're definitely going to be able to pull it with no problem. That's not going to be an issue for you. We're going to bring down the knockoff projector so we can make that crystal clear because, like I said, at the end of the day, because we did this demonstration, I'm going to have people saying, well, you did it on a Sony. Yeah, a Sony is different from a knockoff, like completely different. And I've done demonstrations side by side with the Sony versus a knockoff projector, and the Sony can overshadow with no problem. As for the high-end projectors, the unnamed brands, the Valva, again, the WeMax will not be supported on this. We have a dedicated screen paint for that. It's not black, but we have a dedicated screen paint for it. But that's what people want, that black screen. They want that OLED look on their wall. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to switch over and grab this one right here. If I can grab that. Now it's not going to let me go. I can't see it. Projector is literally in 4.3. Like I don't have a choice because the projector is that old. It only does 4.3. This projector was discontinued in 1999. That's how old it is. But I figure it's the oldest relic projector I can get my hands on for right now, and it works out quite well for demonstrations. So I didn't get a chance to put everything in the caption. We're going to do 2 demonstrations in this. Right now we're doing the distance throw. The low lumen test right now with 4 certifieds on the wall on the screen right now. We have the again to recap, a 0.9 acoustic probe, 1080p3 by Elite Screens. We have a Dark Star 9 with a 0.9 gain. We have daylights, and I know I'm gonna butcher it. I do it every time. I know. I apologize. The parallax, that has a 0.8 gain. And then we have the cinema grade 5D. I chose that one because, like I said, I try to keep a different shades of screen. We start from a lighter to mid to a little darker. The dark star 9 is actually darker than the daylight screen. It is actually quite darker. Or it picks up a better contrast at that. And then we have the cinema grade 5D, which is kind of popular among a lot of people. Have that particular screen right there. It's kind of a mid gray. That is a 1.5 gain. Alrighty then. Pretty much ran all that. Contrast really isn't going to be, to show a contrast demonstration, I don't know what the point would be. The screen's jet black. There's nothing, none of these screens are going to be to pick up next to it. So that's not going to happen. If you look at the side of the screen where it's not being hit with the projector, that's how dark the screen is. So none of these screens are going to be to pick up next to it. If we do a star field demonstration, it's just going to be completely pointless. It's going to be a waste of time. Not to brag or anything, but that's literally what it's going to be. So we're just going to keep going through our snow demonstrations. That's why when I do these demonstrations and I explain to people, look, if you're watching someone trying to do these demonstrations, you have to understand when they're cutting corners. They're showing nothing but colors on the screen. No. You can do that, all right? You can show your color patterns, but you have to have something there to compare it to. The screen can't be there on a standalone. It has to be something to compare it to. That's the first thing. Second, if I have a screen that's designed to produce very bright colors and that's its main strong point, I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you the opposite of that, which would be contrast levels only. As we're doing in this demonstration, we could easily show you contrast levels all day long. This technology would easily level this with no problem whatsoever. That's its major strong point, is contrast capabilities. But that would be too easy. So I want to come on here and show you the opposite. I want to do white levels only, with a low lumen projector at a distance throw with a lux meter, basically calculating how much light we have in the environment. And that's how we're going to do it. That's how it's supposed to be done. That's why when I sit there and tell you, oh, they're cutting corners in the demonstration, because they are. They're only going to pick what's comfortable to make their screen look good. We don't give the screen that kind of ability to be comfortable. That's why at the end of the day, and I explained to you, that's why they don't want their products down here, because we're not going to do things to put the screen in a comfortable environment. We're going to put the screen in an uncomfortable environment. It's the best way to test it. There's no way in the world at the end of the day, if you're buying brakes for your car, as I said, that you're going to buy from somebody who's going to say, well, we tested about maybe 2 or 3 times. Then you're going to put those on your car? No. You want to go to somebody who's done the test, didn't cut corners, can show results, because at the end of the day, that's your life during you drive around in that vehicle. You know what I mean? You want to make sure it's tested. So when I see people doing the distance throw, even on this projector, and I see a dark environment, I see a little bit of color or going back and forth across the screen. Silver screens, gray screens, their screens are designed to pull those bright colors. They should be doing the opposite of that. Let's come out of this one right here. These are all white demonstrations we're pulling on. So now when we do these tests, you know, someone can say, hey, you know, use a 5,000 lumen projector, so and so and so. Have you done anything lower? Of course, we got something lower. Here's a demonstration right here. There you go. That's why you do the demonstrations. All right, let's come over here again. I'm going to recalculate my meter over here. And this is what we got. I'll take this off real quick. A meter over there running on the floor. We had it at 252. It's starting to rise. As I said before, as Mr. Sun starts making its way here, the house is basically going to start generating a lot of light. So we're at 262 on the meter. And where's my stand? Oh, it wasn't even up all the way up. Oh, there we go. That's better. All right, let's come out of here and let's do Snow 4K screensavers. I just want to get this one too on the white snow dog. So we're at 262 on the meter. It's going to rise. As the sun starts to come up, because it's dark right now, this house is going to start, light's going to start pushing through this house even more. So can we get past this? Nope. When the screen dims, that means automatically I can't get past it. Yep. There we go. That's how I know. I remember they tried that a long time ago. They tried to make a Burger King cologne. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. You gotta look that one up. They actually did try to make food cologne. I don't know where that would work at. Oh, hold on for a minute. We gotta pause this for a minute. Look at that right there. Look how beautiful that looks in the next room. That is absolutely gorgeous. See the reflection coming off the water on that? Hold on for a minute. That doesn't change. Ah, it changed before I got over there. That looks gorgeous. I love that. All right, let's finish this. Sorry about that. All right, so let me see what we're plugged in here. I want to make sure you got enough cord. I want to start getting ready for the distance throw because I want to go over my time here. I'll get my projectors over here out of the way and see where we got to go. We got to do a distance throw on here. So I need to bring this all the way back. Well, that wasn't peachy. Got to bring all this all the way back. Need to be a whopping 25 feet. 22 feet. It is. 22 feet next room. All right, see if we got enough room on the stitching cord. We got to be back 22. Oh, yeah, 22 feet. So my 1,000 projector, it's going to be all the way back here. That's the 22 feet test that we do. Do it all the way back here. This is where we're going to be at. This distance from the screen. All our screen paints. Keep in mind, all of our screen paints, every last one of our Phoenixes, every last one of our screen paints we've ever developed, have to go through the exact same test over and over and over again, again, again. This is how it should be done. This is what I mean by you don't cut corners. I wonder how much that's going to length. A 50-foot cable. Should have enough room. It's about 50 feet of cable here. Should be good. Hopefully. Let's get this with a fire stick. I hate the fire stick sometimes. I just want to yank out sometimes every chance to get. All right, make sure this is all pulled up and pull down. We don't have any. What's that? Any other? Ah, man, I knew it. I told you fire sticks always yank out. Always yank out. Always. That back end. They always yank out. There we go. Always pulled up for some reason. I hate when the burger. All right, there we go. So now we're at 22 feet. Let me go get my measuring tape so we can get that on accurate reading. We're going to have to bring this down a little bit too. So let me see. Hold on for a minute. I'll put you guys here for a minute. Just for a minute. And I have to go over, I have to adjust my projector a little bit. Oh, we're on there. Okay, cool. Oh, that's it. As far as you want to be. Let's go back in. All right. Well, we're getting YouTube to load up here. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to walk over to my measuring tape so we can show you exactly how far we're back. So at 22 feet, this is where my measuring tape hits right here, right at the end of the screen, where my screen's at. And we're going to come all the way in here and show you that we are at 22 feet on my 1000 lumen projector. Come up here a little bit here so you can see the screen a little better. So we're at 22 feet back. I'll show you what it's picking up. All right, let me see where I put the remote control right over here. All right. So hopefully, let's see, we'll come out of this real quick. Should be the, nope, if I was get past that. Yeah. Got us out of it, put us back into another commercial. So we were able to bounce out of one, but bounce back into a commercial. So let's go to white screen saver. All right, let's go from here. Let's put up the white screen. So there's our white levels right there. As you can see before, keep in mind we're at 1000 lumens. But like I said, at the end of the day, our screens still pull a very high white level. That's why we recommend 2000, about 1500 lumens. But keep in mind, we're at 22 feet back. We are way past what the screen is designed to do. It's supposed to be at 13 feet when you use these projectors. I want to go back 22. All right, let's go with red screen. And I told you. There you go. See, at the end of the day, the white levels may not be to pull as high as the lighter screens. Keep in mind, we're way back. We're way back at 22 feet on 1000 lumens. So it's traveling at 22 feet at 1000 lumens through one set of light here, and another one here, and making contact with the screen. Now, if the screen was pulling up too dark, it wouldn't be able to pull off the color. The color would never come up. Blue screen. There you go. Let's go with the color swap out. We can get that covered. So you wouldn't be to see any of this if the screen was pulling too dark of a level. But like I said, we don't recommend 1000 lumens. We're going to recommend somewhere between 15 and somewhere around 2000 lumens. That's not going to allow us to skip. Let me see if we can go again. There we go. So now we're doing a color change out to see if the screen can maintain its color at 1000 lumens. I need to bring my meter back a little bit farther. So we're at, this is where we're coming in at now on the meter. So we're going to bring it back to the middle of the next room where it should be at, because see how much light we have going on in this room over here. Pop those toys out of the way. All right, so we'll show you what this room is actually literally brighter than this room. All right. So this room is coming in around 400. About 415, we're coming in at this room right here. 415 in this room. So it's traveling from this room. It's hitting 14 feet in here. 414 lux in that room right there. And then it's coming in here where it's hitting at around, almost around 300 in here. So that's how much light the screen's taking in. Or the projector's taking it by its lumen count. 1000 lumens at 22 feet. Traveling from one room that's around 414 lux back into another room that's doing around 300 and something lux over in here. Okay, let's get that. I'm gonna make sure we got that accurate. So we got 314 in here. Bring it in here. We're coming in at around. Probably not at 3 yet. Make sure we're accurate on the reading. So we're coming in at around in here. We're bringing up around about almost 251, almost 253 in here. That's what we're bringing in here. We had 262. I said light fluctuates. It's not always the same. It constantly fluctuates. I can't get over that screen. That screen is gorgeous. So in this room right here, we're bringing in at 262. And in the next room, we're bringing in at 415. So it's traveling from one environment into another. That's the lumen count pushing through at 22 feet at 1,000 lumens. And it's making contact with the screen here, which is actually producing these beautiful colors without the screen washing out or fading. Starfield screensaver. Now, she's not responding back to me. She's denying it. Cancel. Starfield screensaver. There we go. And even though the white level showed up on the white screen a little bit darker, as you can see, still maintaining the white levels. And we got the projector way out of range. These projectors, like I said, keep in mind, these are portables. They were never designed to be pulled back 22 feet. They were never designed to be used in fully lit environments. This projector was mainly used as an office work projector. Something can go into a dark environment, show a few spreadsheets, stuff like that, a few charts. That's what it was designed for. We're using this for something completely different. So there's your Starfield. I can show you the screen's going to pull a contrast level regardless. The white wall can't pull it. Nothing's going to be able to pull it. Only that screen's going to be able to pull that heavy contrast level. Let's go to, let's see, Skyworth food demonstration. And there's the white levels right there. Like I said, if that screen was so dark you couldn't see it, you would not be able to see it. You wouldn't be able to see the pans in the back. You wouldn't be able to see the fruit, the vegetables. None of that would even show up. So we're basically going beyond the projector specifications. Number one, you're not supposed to use a projector of this caliber in a fully lit environment, which it was never meant to be used for. And it was never meant to be used at the distance throw we're doing right now. Anytime you do a projector, it's supposed to be there to be set up for the distance throw of where the screen is sitting. Usually at a 100-inch screen, you're around 13 to 12 feet from the screen. But at 22 feet, you're way outside. And keep in mind, we're at 600 by 800 res, 720p. So we're way, way, way past the screen's resolution capabilities. All right, we're going to pause there. We are finished up with that. That's all done. Let's bring our projector back in. So we finish the low lumen demonstration. We were able to do our color swap out. I'll have to add that into the description because I didn't have enough room to put the low lumen, the distance throw in there. I didn't have enough room to put it in there, but I will. For some reason, like I said, I don't know why they give you 60 letters in there when you know you don't need 100. But that's what they give you in there. So we're done here with this. Finished up. My case for this. So passed. Definitely passed. Definitely passed. I actually did way better than I thought. Especially, like I said, with the screen being that dark. Because, you know, that's one of the concerns you have when you have a screen that dark. You know, if I'm using 5,000 lumens, 4,000, and 3,800 lumens, you know what I mean, I'm using something I know it's going to pick up well on the screen, but 1,000 lumens, like I said, and that's way, way, way below. We're thinking about 2,000 lumens. Like that, with how much light we have in the environment, you know what I mean, I like to have that meter, because that meter is a good idea because it allows us to keep a record of exactly how much light we have in the environment. And on top of that, it's going against 4 certified screens, which makes it even more impressive. Now I'm going to be rechanging my labels today. I'm going to be doing some more work on my labels, so I just want to change a few things on it. Like I said, the screen's not finalized yet it's not finalized yet for ship out yet. So I'm going to finalize the labels, so get that right and correct. But anyway, we're going to put final on it because, like I said, we're not making any more screen paints. This does it. It's perfect. Now outside, we are going to recommend 3,800 lumens for outside. For some people thinking that you can do 3,000, but we're recommending 38. The reason why we're recommending 38 because the 38 projector we're using behind it is very cheap and anyone can afford it. And that's the projector we're going to be using in the demonstration. Then we're going to switch over to the 5,000 because people are going to be using this for company use and they want to see how it's going to look on a high venue projector at 5,000 lumens. But we're going to do it on 38. We're going to choose a projector, like I said, that everybody can afford. Because if I go outside and say I get a venue projector or I get any other projector that's worth $2 or $3 grand and I do that demonstration and you're looking at that, at the end of the day, in order for you to get that picture quality, you're going to have that projector or higher. So we're going to use the 600 by 800 720p SVGA ViewSonic projector. That will cost my customers, if you get it on eBay used, I got mine for 150 bucks. But if you get it on eBay used, it's going to cost you somewhere like they have. We got to look that one up. Some places will have it for it's going to be under 300. Because at the end of the day, that projector is marketed brand new on Amazon for under 300. So you could pay like 180, you could pay like around 250 or 260, but it should be under 300. Because as I said before, you can go on Amazon, get a brand new one for around $300. And now they do make it in a WXGA, make it in an XGA and a WXGA if that's up to you, but it's going to cost a little bit more, but under $300. You're going to get the SVGA 600 by 800 res, which we're using right now. And that's a pretty good projector because keep in mind at the end of the day, that projector does 235.1. It has, I don't know why I would mention contrast because it doesn't make a difference. But it has a 20,000 to 1. But again, it doesn't make a difference. And on top of that, a beautiful color, fantastic projector. And that's what we're going to be using outside for the demonstration. It's perfect because it's a good projector inside because like I said, 3,800 lumens is plenty enough power. And for outside, plenty enough power at 3,800 lumens, which is going to work out fantastic. All right, so we've been doing that today. And I like the projector, like I said, because it's a cheap projector and people can afford it at the end of the day. Then you watching a demonstration of somebody using a projector of maybe $1,500, $1,600, or $3,000. And you're still going to be able to get an amazing picture off of that altogether. All right, with that being said, let me finish up here a little bit because I got to get some things tidied up. So, like I said, the projector we used in our demonstration, we used, whoopsie, bumped the crap out of my stand. We used our Sony the Sony VPL CS4. It's an SVGA projector. I got this one over on, not Amazon, on eBay for around $75. But be warned, it only does 4.3. Just want you to know from the door. So I would suggest going with something a little bit better than 4.3. See what my stand was hooked on. It yanked out my fire stick, trying to figure out what that was. It yanked it out. All right, so we did the distance test. We did the low lumen distance test, done. And we did the low lumen test, which was done. We did the color patterns. We did white levels. We did some contrast, but contrast was not needed in the demonstration because, like I said, screen's black. It's going to fall contrast over either way. So everything went well with that. Went well. And again, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing knowledge, for blessing us for me to get up in the morning, get this test done. Because like I said, there's some days I just don't feel good. All right, with that being said, thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless. Test has been passed.